Hello, Happy New Year. I'm back and I thought I'd do a little video about flossing. A lot of people don't really understand why we floss or the need for flossing, so I thought it might be interesting if I did a little video on that. If there's any questions, feel free to message me and I'll try to answer them. So the reason we floss every day is to clean in between our teeth where our toothbrush doesn't reach. So your toothbrush will get around these flat surfaces of your teeth quite easily, but what it doesn't do is clean out the gaps interdentally in between these sides. So plaque, which is a sort of natural substance that builds up every day, builds up in between and likes to hover in these gaps. Bacteria live in the plaque, and the bacteria is where the problem starts. They like to cause an inflammatory response, so they irritate and tickle the gum and make them bleed and swell and become red. So the way to combat that is to floss and clean out these gaps once a day to keep the gums nice and healthy and prevent gum disease. So there's kind of two ways of flossing really. You can either use the floss that you wrap around your fingers. This one happens to be Oral-B. It's a satin coated floss, and I tend to think it slides down without tearing, which I quite like. Or you've got this kind of catapult looking gadget. And these are quite useful for people who have manual dexterity issues or struggle to get to the back teeth. They've got these like little balls on the end, and I find that by squeezing it, it laxes the floss, which is also quite useful. You can get cheaper versions of these floss picks in shops, but just be aware because sometimes they tend to tear and they're not coated, so they don't glide very easily down the gaps. So I'll start off with the floss pick. So the aim is, you have these like little gun triangles that sit between the teeth. So the aim is to come between them. If I show you this side, come between in the gap, wiggle the floss in. When you get to the top, hug the teeth. So push the floss stick towards your teeth and then slide it under here, up and down, and then the other side, up and down, and then out. So the aim is that you're clearing out the plaque and bacteria that are living under here. Then the next gap, and you'll notice as you go along, you get quicker and quicker. It is just practice. I find that it doesn't have to be done in your bathroom. I sit and do it while watching television. I find that helps. And I suppose it might feel uncomfortable initially if you're not used to something going under the gum, but don't let that panic you. Just keep going for it. You'll notice initially maybe even some bleeding. It's only bleeding because the gums are unhappy. So the more regularly that you floss, the less the gums will bleed, and then you'll know that they're healthy. A lot of people ask how far down you need to slide under the gums, and you just slide down until it starts to feel slightly uncomfortable, then come back up again, and you'll know that you've gone down far enough. When you've got bigger gaps, it's sometimes more appropriate to use an incidental brush, which I'll go through in another video. I hope you find this useful, and if you can give me your feedback and let me know, and I can do some more videos if you wish. Okay, hope that's helpful. Thanks, bye.